good boy. That's a good dog, yeah. Okay, you gotta learn to balance on that front leg a little bit too. Yes. I know we're asking a lot. Yeah. I know we're asking a lot.
He says, but I've gotten really good at sitting up, Doctor.
Yeah, I know.
We call this guy Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's your bandage. We're all done with that. We're all done with that, yeah.
A couple of months ago on a Sunday, February 7th, this guy was found in a ditch in the woods. He couldn't walk because both of his legs had been shattered by gunshots.
Fox 16 Stephanie Sharp spoke with the man who found the dog and the organization hoping to save it. Stephanie?
Keith Lewis and a friend found the dog on property that he's in the process of purchasing just outside of Jacksonville city limits in Lonoke County.
And we looked down through here and we could see the dog's head kind of sticking up out of the grass.
When he first saw Marvel, he knew something was wrong.
It had to roll over backwards for me to see it because he couldn't get up on his legs and run or anything.
Lewis quickly suspected he'd been shot. When talking with us Tuesday afternoon, he even found bullet casings near the spot where he found the dog.
Why somebody would do that, I don't know.
He was filthy and in a lot of pain.
Both of his front legs were broken.
Even though the pup has been through a lot, they say he's in good spirits.
He's such a special dog. He's got such a good temperament.
Lewis glad Marvel is doing well, and if it happens again, he wouldn't think twice.
I'd do the same thing again, try and get it some help.
After initial x-rays, the vet recommended putting Captain Marvel to sleep. But there was that light in his eyes and that tail that never stopped wagging. The second option was to contact Dr. Terri, a veterinarian who specializes in orthopedic surgery.
What we used on this was what's called an external fixator, which is the apparatus you see on the outside of the body. And we use those in cases where there's not a lot of bone to work with, a lot of good bone. We use them in cases where we know there's going to be infection, and so all those things applied to Marvel.
Captain Marvel adapted quickly to being a three-legged dog. He learned to sit up on his back legs with fantastic balance.
Big difference between dogs and people is people, we can say, here, use your crutches, here, put your arm in a sling, don't use it. With dogs, we don't have that opportunity, so you have to be able to reconstruct something well enough that the dogs will start to bear some weight on it. And if you don't have, if you're unable to do that, in essence, you're unable to save or have a functional leg. We could let the leg dangle there all day long, but without it being functional, it's kind of like we might as well get it out of his way. What you can see a lot of times is they'll start to drag it on the ground. You get pressure sores. Sometimes with the healing, you get changes in innervation where it's a little bit irritated. They'll start to gnaw on their own leg and that kind of thing. So there's really no reason to have it there if you can't repair it.
Is there any chance that he might lose the leg?
There's still that chance. We're not healed by any stretch of the imagination, And again, problem is here with it's difficult when you get small fragments of bone right up near the joint.
He's going to have a third surgery. Dr. Dew's going to take tissue from his shoulder and graft it into his leg.
This piece of bone is probably dead. Excuse me. And we see if we can just pull that, would probably almost come out like a sliver. The other bone here looks like we're still okay. So probably that would be the best thing to do is see if we can pack some bone graft in there and accelerate or improve the healing. And that's typical of these types of fractures. Gunshot fractures do a lot of soft tissue damage, and we can run into some problems.
When Captain Marvel's cheerleaders come to visit him, we're always amazed about his ability to inspire and win people's hearts. At this point, there's no doubt Captain Marvel will survive. Our hope for him is that after all this surgery stuff is over and he's healed, Captain Marvel will be trained as a therapy dog who can visit and inspire people who are recovering from tragic life experiences similar to the ones that he's been through. If you want to know more about Captain Marvel, he has a website, rescuepitbulls.com/Captain Marvel.